Oh, looky here. We have another box. But this box isn't green. And it's not plastic. You know what else it's not? It's not full of American Silver Eagles. It's not even full of generic bullion rounds. You know what this box is full of? This box is full of junk silver. That's right, guys. We've got a box full of junk silver. I have been coin roll hunting for probably about 4 years now, and most of the junk silver that I own was found coin roll hunting. I'd say probably 95% of junk silver that I have is from coin roll hunting, and very little of it is actually purchased. But we've got $50 here. Those are proofs. Those are not silver. One of those is silver, but we've got our nickels, dimes, quarters, $50. So we're going to take a look at this together and see what we have. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of get situated here, get some better lighting going on, and then we're going to take a look at the junk silver that I have in my stack. So we've got everything laid out here, kind of organized. We got our $50 over here. These are 90%, or I'm sorry, these are our 90% $50. And we have our 40%ers over here. We got our dimes, quarters, and nickels, and just a few other miscellaneous things here that I'll share with you as well. Some pretty cool, interesting finds for coin roll hunting. Like I said, I've been doing it for about 4 years now, and most of this is from coin roll hunting. Very little of it is purchased. I do have a little bag here that we'll take a look at as well that I found. Those are my metal detecting finds, so those are pretty cool as well. Yeah, so up here we've got our 90% Kennedys, and I just store them in these little tubes here. I picked these up from I think Hobby Lobby. I got those, so I've got 5 full tubes there. You know, you put 20 of them in there. I actually think some of these have 21 in them, just because they will fit 21. I know this one here actually has 21. I had one loose one and nowhere to put it, so I stuck it on top and it does fit. But so some of these, they have at least 20 in them. Some of them might have a little bit more, and then we got a partial one there. And I know that the 1964s have, we've got the accented hair variety. There's double die varieties, and I have not ever checked these, so that's something that I'll have to do in the future. I don't have a coin scope or anything to look at those, but that's another project that I'm kind of looking forward to doing. But so we have those to look through at some point when we can get some better magnification and see if we have any. I'm sure there's probably something in there. And then we have our Benjis. These are probably one of my favorite to find coin roll hunting. And then down here we have our Walking Liberty. $50 here. My very first silver $50 that I ever found was a Walking Liberty, and that was one of the coolest experiences when you are coin roll hunting and you're searching for silver. To find a Walking Liberty, your first one, is truly a really cool experience. So I do remember that. That was not this one specifically, but my first silver $50 was a Walking Liberty. That was pretty awesome. Over here we've got our 40% $50. Those were from 1965 through 1970. I believe 1970 was only in a set that you could buy. So typically when you find 40%ers in the $50 rolls, it's 1965 to 1969, but you can find 70s in there as well. So we've got quite a few here, and this isn't actually all that I found. If you follow my channel at all, you'll know that we do frequently do live streams, and we give away a ton of 40%ers. So I have actually pulled from my personal reserves 40%ers that we use for our live stream. So there's probably a handful of rolls of 40%ers that aren't represented here because I've used them in live streams. So I'd say probably at least another 3 or 4 rolls of 40 percenters than what you see here that I have also found coin roll hunting. And typically when you find a silver half dollar, for the most part, they're 40 percenters. But as you can see, there's still a lot of 90 percenters that can be found as well. And down here we have our dimes, and we've got 2. Looks like these are both full. These are full of our Roosevelt dimes. There we go. So we've found equivalent of 2 full tubes there of Rosies, and not nearly as many Mercury dimes, but I have found a handful of them. Oop. And these are really fun to find. So as you can see there, not nearly as many of those seem to be found in circulation, but they are still in there. And then we have our quarters. And I've got 1 full tube and I've got 1 partial tube. And I'll tell you what, this tube here, this was actually a purchase. I did not find these coin roll hunting. I just have them set out here. But this partial tube here are the quarters that I have found. And we also have our silver war nickels. We've got 1 full tube and 1 almost full tube here. And just like the 40 percenters, I believe that I've also tapped into my silver war nickel reserve for our live stream. So I have found more coin roll hunting than what I have shown here, but these are pretty cool. There we go. We got the large mint mark on the top there. They were minted from 1942 to 1945. Not all of the 42s were silver, but if it has the large mint mark above the Monticello, you know that it is silver. So quite a handful of those found coin roll hunting as well. So those are just, again, half dollars and all this down here. Some of the cool things that I found when you're coin roll hunting, especially with the half dollars, finding enders is something that happens quite frequently, especially if you get into a box that was an obvious collection dump. Sometimes you might find 1 or 2 silver in a box. Sometimes if you watched my most recent video of half dollar hunting, you'll know that sometimes you'll get a box and it'll be full of somebody's collection dump. And so when that happens, a lot of times you get silver enders. And so we have 1 here. This is a 1945 Walking Liberty ender. And I never opened it, just something I held on to. This came out of a box that was full of silver. This one was an ender. I suppose there could be more silver on the inside there as well, but for right now we're just holding on to it. This one is pretty cool. This was another Walking Liberty silver ender, but this one is a reverse side up, so I do not know what the date is, but check the detail out on that coin. And if I pull this back, I usually have it inside of a little plastic bag here to kind of protect it, but I took it out for the video here. I've gently pulled this back here and I do not see that ring of death on there anywhere, which is really good. It does have this one little spot on there, but other than that, this thing looks to be in really amazing condition. So that is definitely one that I'm holding on to there, and there could very well be more silver inside of that roll as well. But that was a fun find. Let's see, what else do we have here? Some other things that we have found, silver related, coin roll hunting. These I believe are all half dollars. I have a 1955 Franklin half dollar, and this is the 1955, let's see, oh, this one is, this is just the lowest minted year, and I do not remember what that was. Let me check it out real quick. I got my book here. I thought that was something else actually. I have another variety. Let's see, Franklin's 1955, just under 2.5 million, but that was the lowest minted year Franklin, so that was pretty cool. We found that one there. And what do we have here? We've got a 99. So this is a modern silver. This is 90% silver. A 99 proof, silver proof. This was really cool. I remember finding this. If you've ever found a silver proof, when you see the edge of it, you know exactly what it is. It is just blast white. It's blinding. But that's the only modern silver proof that I have found. But that is 90% right there. What else do we got? We've got a 1964, and I think this might be a proof as well. Very proof-like. Kind of hard to see inside the 2x2 flip here, but that one. And then this one here is a 1967. I think this might be a special mint set coin. I'm not sure if they made proofs in 67. I'd have to look that up, but if not a proof, it's definitely a special mint set. Somebody can let me know down in the comments. Other things that we found. Let's see here. This is very interesting. When I first saw this, I pulled this out of a roll. I thought maybe it was a double clipped planchet. I don't know enough about that stuff, but to me, is it going to focus? That does not, that almost looks more like a post-mint damage. Looks like somebody maybe took a pair of nippers. The edges are jagged. They're not necessarily rounded like you would expect with a clipped planchet. But again, I don't really know enough. Maybe somebody watching this can take a look at that. But either way, it just was an interesting find, and on a Walking Liberty $50. So that was pretty interesting. I found a proof. We've got a 1962 Ben Franklin proof. It's got some toning on it there. Pretty neat. And this is one of the wildest finds. So found this edge hunting. Thought, yes, silver. So I pulled it out. Sweet. Flipped it over. What? What is going on? So I was like, interesting. Somebody, this is you can see right here. This is a machined coin. It's a trick coin, and somebody made one out of silver $50. What I find interesting is obviously somebody found this before me because I did not put that X there. But that is a silver trick coin right there. So somebody must have found that, thought, let's see here. You can tell because they sound hollow. Found it and was thinking, oh, that's not a real coin, and just threw it back. But I'm pretty sure that's still silver. So pretty cool. And let's see, I'll tell you what, the coolest coin that I have found coin roll hunting by far is this one right here. And I'm not a numismatist. I don't know much about stuff. So when I found it, I didn't even know what I had. But I'm just going to show this to you, and we'll see. I'm going to show you the obverse here with the date. Now, you coin people that are watching, you might already know what's going to be on the back of this. But I'm going to flip this over and let you take a look at that, see if it'll focus. So we've got a 1938 Denver Walking Liberty $50. I found that coin roll hunting. Now that may not have sunk in with some of you that don't know what that is, because believe me, when I first found it, I didn't know what I had either. But we're going to show you here what we have. We have a 1938 Denver. It is a key date coin with under 500,000, 491,600 to be exact, is all that was minted. And obviously mine's not graded, but just by looking at the graded expected pricing on that, obviously it's a key date. It's a coin that people look for, and I found it coin roll hunting. So pretty cool. So that was awesome. Found that. And that is all that I have as far as my junk silver from coin roll hunting. But again, like I said, this one here was a purchase. I do have some, not a whole lot, but I do have some coins that I found metal detecting. And the first quarter that I ever found was a 1937. My very first silver coin that I ever found, let's see which one. It was a mercury dime. Oops. Which one is it here? This one. This was my very first silver coin that I ever found metal detecting. Very cool. If you don't metal detect, I encourage you to do so. If you do metal detect and you have found a silver coin, I know that you know what I'm talking about. That feeling that you have when you find your first silver coin ever metal detecting. Pretty wild experience, but pretty interesting that a grown man will get that excited over finding a silver dime in the ground. But very cool. So that was my very first one ever. And just last fall, I found my first war nickel. And this one is a 1942 Philadelphia. So not a lot here, but I've done way more coin roll hunting than I have metal detecting. So, and those are all from parks and one permission. What do we have here? Oh, we just have a standing liberty. This was not found coin roll hunting. This I actually pulled out of a silver, obviously a silver roll. I think I got it from Atmex, a quarter roll, and there was a standing liberty in there. We got a 1926, it looks like. One lonely standing liberty quarter, and just a few miscellaneous things here. What do we got? Oh, those are not junk silver. I think Baltimore Colt sent that to me. And the only foreign silver that I have ever found was a silver dime. Silver Canadian dime. So that was a lot of fun. 1968, I believe it is. And I think this was a transition year where they either made it out of 50% silver or 80%. And I think this was 80%, but that is my one and only silver foreign coin that I have. So there you have it, guys. Here is our junk silver stack. Most of it, again, was found coin roll hunting, and found some really cool, interesting things in the process. Lots of fun. Junk silver does not make up a majority of my stack, but I'm liking it more and more every day, so I'll probably be picking up more of that. But especially since coin roll hunting has slowed down for me during the pandemic. Actually, it's literally non-existent. Hoping to get back into getting some boxes here soon now that my bank lobbies are open. Hopefully we can get some coins and get back to finding some silver so we can add to this stack. I think what I'm going to do, just because it's fun, not that I enjoy cleaning up a mess, but I'm going to break away. I'm going to dump all of this out, and we're going to put it in a pile because that's always fun to look at. So give me just a second. And there you have it, my full silver stack from coin roll hunting. What a beautiful sight that is. A lot of history here too. That's what is very cool about coin roll hunting. Not only the silver aspect of it and the value that it holds, but also the history that it holds is what I think is so cool. Awesome. We'll pan out here so you can get a look at it again. Well, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a silver giveaway. Usually when I'm doing a video like this, I like to give something away. So we're going to give away something out of my own personal collection here. We've got a 1 gram 3/9 fine pure silver bar. USCG. All you have to do is leave a comment down below in the comment section, and sometime next week we will use a random comment picker to pick the winner. All right, fun stuff right there. Well, if you're not already, guys, I encourage you to please subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with all of our recent videos as well as any giveaways that we do on this channel. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.